They pounded on the doors of City Hall, kicking in windows, smashing them with metal poles. In all, police said more than 4,000 demonstrators, most of them homosexuals, shouted and screamed, and finally rioted. Police cars were burned. Fires were set in the 5-square-block area around San Francisco's City Hall. The cause of it all was yesterday's verdict in the murder trial of former city supervisor Dan White. Last November, White was accused of killing both Mayor George Moscone and another supervisor, Harvey Milk. As the city's first avowed homosexual to hold public office, Milk had a large constituency. They had demanded severe punishment for Milk's killer, but the verdict was guilty of voluntary manslaughter, the most lenient of the charges brought against White. When news of the verdict was announced, the city's gays began to march.
Remember Harvey Milk! Remember Harvey Milk!
They marched in ranks from the heart of the gay community to City Hall. Many had whistles. And they shouted slogans demanding justice. White, they yelled, had gotten off. For the most part, police stayed inside. But later, after the windows of City Hall had been smashed, the police moved out. Some in the crowd took up megaphones and pleaded for calm.
Harvey said there were other ways to deal with the rage that we feel.
For the most part, however, those pleas went unheard. Those who didn't take part in the riot stood back and simply watched. In the end, dozens were injured, most of them police, and most because of flying bricks and bottles. The streets in front of City Hall looked like a battleground. And the most damaging result of the night could not be seen. The credibility of the gay community here, many said, was badly eroded, if not destroyed. Something that took years to establish, one policeman said, disappeared in a few hours. Harold Dow, CBS News, San Francisco.